Half ahead, both engines.
Half ahead, both engines, sir.
Yes. This is the place. Launch the dinghy. Don't be late for the rendezvous. I shall have Professor Westfield with me. I must not be kept waiting.
In 2 days' time, sir. 11 p.m. off the Cornish coast at the point agreed.
This is a more suitable costume for London, don't you think? How do I look?
Very conventional, sir.
Apt, considering that I'm off to a convention. Well, chin-chin, old boy.
Good luck, Captain Svendler.
Captain Svendler, please. My name is Doug Svensson, of the International Society of Communications Engineers.
Yes, sir. I'm very interested in your underwater transmitter receiver.
Thank you.
Convention has been discussing radio for the past 3 days, and yet this young man still wants to talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Peter's a buff, Professor Westfield. If he had his way, my magazine would contain nothing but articles on radio communications.
What do? Reject half of his material?
No, there's a much easier way. I only employ him part-time.
Hey, wait a minute. Employ, that implies payment.
Well, you do get paid. In kind. I take you with me on scientific John Cyclist.
Only when they don't clash with my classes.
Ah, yes. Education should always come first.
Well then, sir, for my education's sake, I'd like to know more about your underwater transmitter receiver.
Well, you know, the problem with trying to send underwater radio signals is that the water absorbs them so quickly.
Like blotting paper and ink, sir?
Yes. Look, come over here. Look. Watch this. Hey, see the way the fish move? They heard the sound. Water carries sound waves. It doesn't absorb them so quickly. So I've designed a transmitter receiver which operates on sound waves.
Well, surely that's a big advance in the science of communications, isn't it?
Well, I'd hardly say that. After all, for some time, we've used sound to tell us the depth of the ocean.
But, Professor Westfield, that pales to insignificance compared with your achievements. Man talking to man underwater over long distances. Forgive me, I'm a late arrival here. My name is Doug Svensson, of the International Society of Communications Engineers, Stockholm.
How do you do? I'm Mark Bannerman. I'm the editor of the science magazine Prospect. Oh, this is my assistant.
Peter Blake.
I'm delighted to meet two fellow enthusiasts for Professor Westfield's work.
Professor, what range does your transmitter receiver have?
It varies according to the water temperature and pressure, but at the moment, it's reliable up to about 150 miles.
I'm sure, Professor, that given time, you'll be able to improve on that.
Very soon, I hope. There's an old friend of mine, Professor Tamaldi. Excuse me?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much, sir.
Gentlemen.
Who is that chap?
I don't know. You know, his face is familiar, but I can't place the name. Dag Svensson. No? Anyway, come on, it's time we went home.
It's important. You've got to do something for me.
Oh, yes, of course, Professor. What is it?
Leaving already, gentlemen. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, I'm afraid we must go, Mr. Svensson. What was it you wanted me to do, Professor?
Give a message to your readers for me, will you? Tell them that we're just about to plunge beneath the surface of underwater communications.
A well-turned phrase.
Is that all?
Yes, Mr. Bannerman, that's all.
Well, goodbye again, gentlemen.
Bye.
Don't try anything like that again. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Good. Now, shall we circulate? Aboard. You are the guest of honor here.
I'm very
pleased with the final draft for the new layout for the magazine, and I feel sure that it will increase the cross-counter sales. Yes, yours truly, etc., etc., etc.
Mark, have you read the morning paper?
No, I didn't have time. All right, Sonia, that'll be all for the moment, thank you. Well, what's up?
After the party last night, Professor Westfield disappeared.
Westfield disappeared.
Read that bit.
The police are anxious to contact a Mr. Dag Svensson, a Swedish engineer, who it is believed was the last person to see Professor Westfield. Colleagues of the professor say that he left the gathering with Svensson.
There they are.
Well, at least the police have got a photograph of Svensson.
You said his face was familiar.
Vaguely. It's just a nagging thing at the back of my mind.
Well, when do you think you met him?
Well, I'm not sure I have.
Well, perhaps you've seen a photograph of him?
Perhaps.
When?
Oh, I don't know.
5 years ago?
Oh, Peter, I just...
10 years ago? 15?
What's the use? I don't know.
Then what do we know? Well, we know he doesn't look like a backroom scientist, does he?
No, that's true, he doesn't.
Well, what do you think he looks like?
Oh, Peter.
No, I'm serious.
Well, he's got an air of authority about him. He looks like a man who's accustomed to giving orders.
Serviceman?
Yes, could be. I tell you what, look him up in that illustrated history of the war, will you?
Svensson's from Stockholm. Sweden was neutral.
Yes, that's true, but...
But you think he wasn't? Which side was he on?
Now, let's try that.
How old would you say Svensson is?
Yes, you know, I've been trying to work that out as well. Oh, I don't know, 40, 45, I'd say.
That must be about 30 at the end of the war.
There were a lot of faces in the war, weren't there?
Yes, but if you remember Svensson, it must be...
Because he distinguished
a
himself.
hero, a fighter race, perhaps.
No, not fighters.
Well, what else did they have? Something special. U-boats.
Peter, that's it. U-boats. Svensson was a U-boat commander, an ace. Only his name wasn't Svensson. It was...
Spendler. Kurt Spendler.
That's it, Kurt Spendler.
And there he is.
And the caption says, Kurt Spendler, one of Germany's ace U-boat commanders, who during the closing months of the war was reported missing, believed lost at sea.
Well, he wasn't lost, was he?
Peter, my boy, this is a job for the Admiralty. Come on. We'll see you later, Sonia.
Now, Mr. Bannerman, here's today's newspaper photograph of Svensson. And there's our wartime picture of Spendler. Svensson. Spendler. Allying for 15 years, it's an astonishing similarity. Indeed, a distinct resemblance between the two men.
Captain Payne, I'm convinced that the man who called himself Dag Svensson is, in fact, Kurt Spendler.
But Spendler was lost at sea.
Missing, believe lost, sir. That's a difference.
Point made, young man, and take it. There's another interesting item in today's paper. Appeared at the foot of page 5. Let me read you this one. Last night, an unidentified submarine was reported to have been sighted off the coast of Cornwall. The Admiralty has stated that no British submarines were operating in the area at that time.
Or was it American?
No.
Russian, sir.
No Russian. We checked that.
Well, then who, sir?
That's a very good question.
Yes, the Svensson might be part of the answer.
What time was the sighting, sir?
About 11:15 last night. Boy who saw it said he couldn't sleep and was looking out of his bedroom window. He saw the submarine in the moonlight.
Was it a reflection on the water, perhaps?
Or a dream?
We wondered about that. He was closely questioned by our intelligence officers, but they couldn't shake his belief that he had seen the submarine. They even took along a copy of that chart.
Which one did he point to, sir?
None of them.
Well, surely they're all the known types, aren't they?
Mind you, he did say it was vaguely like that one.
What's that, sir?
Long-range U-boat, built about 1942-43.
Well, I thought they were all broken up at the end of the war.
They were.
Well, then how could this one be sighted off the coast of Cornwall last night? I don't understand.
Yes, you're not the only one, I can tell you that. You know, this isn't the first mystery submarine to have been sighted. Nor is Professor Westfield the first expert in underwater scientific subjects to disappear. There's a kind of pattern evolving, a purpose behind it. But so far, no one's been able to come up with any satisfactory answers. You're interested in Professor Westfield's work, are you?
Oh, yes, very.
You've heard of our new atomic submarine, HMS Sienna?
Yes, of course.
Well, she's going out on trials tomorrow, testing Professor Westfield's equipment. Right, come along.
Do you really mean that?
Of course. You're invited too, young man.
Go on a submarine? Yes, sir.
245.
Steady on 245, sir.
Very good.
The ETA is 12:20, sir.
Oh, very good. Well, what do you think of her?
Oh, I think she's terrific, sir.
What's a compliment?
The 20. Siana's a nuclear submarine in miniature.
Siana? But where did that name come from, sir?
Greek mythology. Siana was the daughter of Silius, one of the greatest divers of all time. He taught her how to dive into the depths of the sea. Right, Commander Leonard?
Right, sir.
Well, I wonder what Siana would say if she could see her namesake.
I think she'd be proud of us. We're doing better than 25 knots. That's not bad, you know.
And when she's submerged, Commander, what's the speed then?
Official secret, Mr. Bannerman. But Siana wouldn't be ashamed of us.
But what about armaments, sir?
Both conventional and nuclear weapons. Of course, during these trials, we're not carrying a thing.
Oh, nothing at all, sir.
Not even a pop gun.
Are you interested in seeing the engine room?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, come on, I'll show you around.
Now, sir.
Don't worry. When we dive, I'll see you in the right place for the test on Professor Westfield's equipment.
Coming, Mark?
Yes, you're not the only enthusiast, you know. Come on, get down there.
Is this the main control room, sir?
Yes. Helm, diving controls, periscope. It's the heart of the boat. There we are. The most compact nuclear power plant in the world.
Is it very much different from the larger unit, sir?
Well, there are certain refinements, of course, but the basic theory remains the same. Nuclear energy is used to convert water into steam. Steam drive the turbines, which are collected through propeller shaft.
So we still haven't got away from James Watt and his kettle, eh?
Certainly started something, didn't he? Now, that's where the navigator works. Navigator, man who tends to know where we are. And here we have the gear store. Now, this is the communication center.
Oh, excuse me.
Just a minute. Gone. I thought I had something on the scanner, but it must have been a wayback or a floating log or something. Now, what were you asking?
Is this Professor Westfield's transmitter?
Hi, that's it.
It looks complicated. Is it difficult to operate?
Oh, no. This bank of switches on. This dial set to the outside water temperature, which you get from there. This dial set to water pressure, and this switch determines which you're going to use, voice or signal.
Will we be using voice on today's test?
Oh, no, signal only.
Well, we'd better get a move on if you want to see the rest of the boat before we dive. Oh, that's the captain's cabin. He sleeps in there, occasionally.
Only occasionally, sir.
In harbour, my boy. She is usually too busy.
Starboard 10.
10 degrees of starboard wheel on, sir.
Steady on 263.
Steady on 263, sir.
Very good.
Bridge radar.
Bridge.
Echo bearing green 45, sir, 300 yards.
Thank you. Good Lord. Captain Payne to the platform, please.
Now, what's the matter?
Submarine. It isn't one of ours.
Well, it's not American, nor Russian either. Wait a minute. There's somebody on the platform.
Ahoy, Sienna! Stop engines, or I shall blow your boat out of the water. I know you are unarmed. Stop engines.
I don't think we have much choice. But you're in command. It's your decision.
Yes, sir. Stop engines.
Stop engines, sir.
It was most wise of you to comply with my orders, gentlemen.
You're Kurt Swindler, aren't you?
That identification will cost your life, Captain, if this were not my final mission.
And you kidnapped Professor Westfield.
He is a guest aboard my submarine. Well, what do you want? Your submarine. What?
That's piracy.
Shall we say a touch of romance in a nuclear age?
And do you intend to hold my crew as well?
No, I shall put you all adrift in the rubber dinghies.
Then how do you intend to operate my boat?
I shall put a skeleton crew aboard.
Do you realize this is a nuclear submarine?
So is mine. Please order your ship's company to assemble in the control room. And I know how many there are, Commander. It's no use anybody lying low.
You hear there? This is the captain speaking. The entire ship's company is to muster immediately in the control room area.
The elastics broke,
I repeat, the ship's company muster in the control room.
I know. We better get along there and find out.
Be so good as to enter the dinghies.
Half the fleet were looking for us within the hour.
Then they won't be uncomfortable for too long.
You'll never get away with this.
We shall see. Hurry, please. You stay here. Now, the minute they come up, you come with me. Go.
Hey, what's going on?
Taking command of this ship. I'm putting you up in the dinghies. Look, what is the time?
Look, it's Fender.
Come on, quick. In there.
Mark, what's happening out there?
At a guess, I'd say Svender's hijacking the Siana.
But that's incredible. What are we going to do?
I'm going to try to find out where he's taken.
And then?
I don't know. Look, do you think you can get in there?
Yes, of course. But listen, what are we going to say besides?
Someone coming.
All clear in here, sir. Very good. Signal the U-boat to proceed home independently. So, close up the special security men.
All right, sir. Close up the special
boy.
security.
I had you removed from the U-boat
Special
because I did
security.
best. You should stay with me.
Is there a cabin where I can get on with my work?
Of course. I had strict orders to see you had everything you need.
Please see I'm not disturbed.
Everything under control. All secure in the boat, Captain. The dinghy should be well clear by now. Depth 30 feet. Diving angle 20 degrees. Engines full ahead together. Depth 30 feet. Diving angle 20 degrees. Engines full ahead together, sir. Stand by to blow fixing tank. Standing by to blow Q-tank, sir. Blow Q-tank. Q-tank blown, sir. Shut Q-Kingston valve. Q-Kingston shut, sir. Vents Q inboard. Venting Q inboard, sir.
But it was getting hot in there. How long since the pirates boarded us?
I don't know. A couple of hours, I'd say.
Hey, the engines are going fast. He's in a hurry.
Well, wouldn't you be? Half the fleet must be after us by now.
But do you think Captain Payne and the others have been picked up yet?
Yes, I should think so. Don't forget that test on Westfield's transmitter. Every ship in the fleet was waiting to hear from us.
Westfield's transmitter? Supposing it was switched on now?
Yes, of course. They'd be able to fix our position and track a signal.
But it's worth a try.
Yes. Right, you just say that. It's all clear. Look, are you sure you can operate it?
Yes, Boxer.
All right, sir. What's in there? Captain's quarters, sir. Dr. Boyd, why have you left the cabin?
I need another case of equipment.
I'll have it brought to you. See to it. Sir.
I can get it.
There's a superstition about women aboard warships. They bring bad luck. I'll escort you back to your cabin.
I hope they will be careful with that equipment. It's fragile and very expensive.
I should know. After all, I acquired it.
It's all right. The coast's clear. Now, Peter, I'll stand guard here. Look, if we're caught, you surrender. Now, don't try any heroics.
All right.
All right, let me get going.
These on. Set water pressure. Temperature.
Dr. Boyd.
That's it.
Competitive division. An original piece of work. The British should be proud of themselves. Bring that back in here. Yes. Very comfortable quarters.
Hark!
You got the transmitter working? Good lad.
I hope the Navy's listening.
So do I. Meanwhile, we've got a problem.
Oops. Oh, who's he?
He's their radio operator, I think. I couldn't help it. I had to do it. He was just on the point of discovering you. Anyway, come on, we better get him tied up.
Yes, but Spender will miss him eventually and then they'll find us.
Yes.
Someone, please hear that signal.
I think this is it, sir. No doubt about it. That's Westfield's transmitter.
Bannerman and Boy must have switched it on.
God bless them. Get in touch at once with the communication centers at Weymouth and Plymouth. I want the range and bearings of those transmission signals. And get another commander-in-chief, will you?
It's lucky we were picked up so soon.
Yes, I'm glad to be back in time for this. Hello, sir. Payne speaking. Yes, sir, the signal from the Siona's coming through. Positive, sir. Right at once, sir. That's it, then. Full ahead, Operation Subsearch.
Heading and depth.
Aye, Captain.
I'm in my cabin.
Very good, sir.
Hello, Grey Fox 5. Grey Fox 5, this is Control. Over.
Hello, Control, this is Grey Fox 5, over.
Grey Fox 5, this is Control. Estimate your present position. 1/2 mile due east of sound fixed position of the submarine. Your ETA over location is plus 3 minutes. Over.
Control, this is Grey Fox 5. Estimate time of arrival over submarine is plus 30 seconds. We'll be watching for any sign of him, sir. Listening out.
30 seconds to go, then they're over.
Fingers crossed, sir.
It's cut out. Keep trying, man. Keep trying.
It's quite dead now, sir. Whoever attacked you switched on this transmitter. By now, no doubt the Royal Navy is snapping at our heels. What's our depth? 100 feet, sir. There's about 200 here. Take her to 185. All right, sir, to 185. Stop engines. Stop engines, sir. There's someone else on board this submarine. We've got to find him.
The engines have stopped. Spender will be looking for us in a moment.
And when he finds us?
Let's hope the Navy finds us first.